Antony League. This is radio like you never heard before. Elegbete TV Radio, the pathfinder for radio. Elegbete TV Radio. Moving broadcasting. Listen.
CJ Oyebuchi, good morning. Let's get the show on the road. I have a show to do. Let's do it. Hello, good morning and welcome to the Sports Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio. My name is Idafe Matthew. You love to come in the Elegbete One of Sports. I've got just 45 minutes to do this show. I've got a class to teach. Today is really packed full from top to bottom. So I'm going to try my best in this 45 minutes to have fun. I can always say it's not a show, it's a fun time. It's my fun time for me, and I come on the microphone to have fun. Yeah, you know how I said it back in the day. I got fired from the microphone, I bought my own microphone. I bought my own microphone, use it to do whatever I like, because on the microphone, I have fun. The NFF and the Sports Ministry have met, and they've come out with a communique. Manchester City played in the Champions League and won only one goal. Historically, Atletico Madrid has never been knocked out from the Champions League when losing by just one goal in the Champions League. Is Man City out? Is Pep Guardiola? Has it come to the end of the road? Don't forget that in 2022, Pep Guardiola and Man City have struggled for goal. All of those false nine playing with midfielders. The Man City we used to know that scored 4 goals with ease is no longer able to score goals again. The lack of a goal scorer is now, coming to roost. And there's a talk around England, and it's also crept into Nigeria. People saying that Phil Foden is the best player England has ever produced. Now, I'm not going to leave this one for your opinion. I'm going to have my opinion. Are they crazy? Like, did they start watching football 2 weeks ago? What happened to Paul Pogba? I don't get it. Is Phil Foden better than Frank Lampard, Steven Gerrard, Wayne Rooney, David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Paul Gascoigne, Paul Ince? Hey, I don't know. Like, I'm confused anyway, but the way these people rate some of these players, hey, now wow, it is wow. And then in one my most cherished and lovely WhatsApp group, somebody had the audacity of Obama to say that he will win Ballon d'Or. That's crazy, man. It's not even better than Joko. I don't know, but it's not there. This guy have not played 90 minutes in 10 consecutive games. 90 minutes, 10 consecutive games. It's like, hi. I'm not, like, I don't know, but hey, that's what football has become. So talk to me. Do you think that Man City, from what you saw yesterday, Man City can turn the tide and win the return leg or get a draw in Spain? And, with all those drama that came up at the end of the game, they think that Man City are out of the Champions League with a 1-0 win at home, even though they dominated that game. But, damn, Atletico Madrid are freaking dirty. I don't know how they play, but how does Simeone get into their head and get professional footballers to play like that? I don't know. They're dirty. But I love it, You see, the thing about me loving them is I love a coach who can get into the heads of his players and get his players to play the way he wants them to play. That's coaching, actually. That's what coaching is about. And Louis van Gaal have put his hand of blessing upon his perennial enemy, somebody that he quarrels with all the time, Ronald Koeman, to take over from him after the World Cup for him to go deal with his cancer. This is like saying bye-bye to Louis van Gaal and coaching. But my question is, well, the Netherlands, don't you guys have any other coach apart from Louis van Gaal and Ronald Koeman for the national team? Is that, like, since 2014, that's been the, it used to be Gus Indyk and Dick Advocaat. Remember? They rotate them on the treadmill, on the spinners. What's that thing that rabbit run on? What's it called again? Is this cartwheel thing that this small rabbit runs on? Forgotten about. Oh, where's my daughter when I need her? Oh, she's in school. I don't want to watch all this animal movie. ALM will be Man City. Please, guys, speak English. When you type in English, let me understand. I'm putting in trouble here. Okay? What's that? Okay, so I don't know, but tell me what you think. Man City, Atletico Madrid. We know that Liverpool are through already, and then your club showed up. I was doing some show up that they should have scored more. Come on, you won 3-1 away from home. What's wrong with you? Why are you being arrogant? Well, if you're good, you should be arrogant about it. That's my belief, and I don't have a problem. I'm only joking. Your club went on. It's then again he came out and he warns his players that they should remember how Barcelona won 3-1 or 3-0, and they came to Anfield and thought it was over, and then they were beaten. So the game is not over. His players should guard against complacency. I said it should not kill you, I see. I said it should not kill you. Will not kill you. I said I knew there would be people on social media waiting for me to fail. I wanted to stick it to them. Jermaine Jonas opened up on his motivation to conquer nerves and shine as World Cup draw host in Qatar. Oh, I thought it was only in Nigeria that kind of a thing happened anyway. No problem. Let's keep it going. We understand. But you did a good job at the draw. You did a very good job. You did a very, very good job. Kevin De Bruyne will go down as Manchester City's greatest ever player, according to Jimmy Carragher. But Michael Richards says the midfield maestro must deliver Champions League glory to Pep, David Silva, and Yaya Toure for that position. Do you agree? Do you think that Kevin De Bruyne needs to win the Champions League for him to be Man City's all-time greatest? I think so. I think so. I'm not influencing your thought, but I think so. I don't think you just walk in and, become all-time greatest player for Manchester City, whether it's Yaya Toure, whether it's David Silva and the rest of them. I think, it's still below them as far as he's not won the Champions League. But if he comes in and lead them to Champions League and put up an efficient performance, a class performance in Champions League finals like Zidane knows how to do when he plays in the finals, whoosha! Even when Zidane is headbutting, he's doing it in class. When he gets in the finals, Zidane is different. He brings the show. He's the showman's showman, right? So if Kevin De Bruyne can do that and not disappear like he did against Chelsea in the final last time, I'm naming the greatest of all time for Manchester City. But right now, he ain't there. Still somewhere way we're behind. So let's talk. Let me first of all, for the benefit of the doubt, to get everybody going, let me first of all read the communique by the NFF. Okay, it's important that we jump into that, read it, and then get from that to other methods. Communique of the meeting of the NFF Executive Committee held in Abuja on Tuesday, 5th of April, 2022. Nobody talked about the location in Abuja. Abuja is a very, very ambiguous word to use. Where in Abuja, I don't know, but that's how the communique came out. He said the Executive Committee of the Nigerian Football Federation met on Tuesday, 5th of April, 2022 at the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, to deliberate on important issues in Nigerian football, reserved as follows. Number one, the Executive Committee tendered on reserve apology to the federal government and the people of Nigeria for inability of the Super Eagles to win a ticket to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022. It praised the president. Praised the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for his personal presence and apologized. Shouldn't have come in. That the team faltered in the quest for a ticket to Qatar. Okay? For his steadfastness, exemplary leadership, and warm relationship. Hey God, NFF people, you people can lie. You people can lie. NFF people are telling lies to us with this communique. Exemplary leadership of Buhari. Guys, this is how, this is format. So you just write it. It's format. Guys, so permit me, because as I read on my chest, they pay me. As I read this thing now, my womb does shift. My heart, they bleed. And I don't want to be part of the charade, okay? I don't want to be part of the lies and the mumu-ishness. And it doesn't even concern us. So let me jump to number 3. Okay, Permit me, please. I know it's the communique, but I also have the right not to hurt people. If it's hurting me, I know it's hurting people that are listening. The committee further commended the honor. Am I gonna read this shit like this? What's wrong with these people? Okay. Minister for is savvy in convening the meeting held among the presidency, sports ministry, and NFF on Monday, 4th March 2022 to review the unfortunate outcome of the match with Ghana and agree on how to revigorate the Super Eagles and indeed Nigerian football going forward. It noted that the meeting was very cordial, as well as what concern us if you like a Trump punch, like beat each other, as established and appreciated the fact that all that was needed to be done and or provided the team and the technical crew to ensure a positive outcome on the pitch against Ghana was delivered. I agree to that. I attest to that. I was close by. I know. I'll attest to that. And in a most professional manner, in addition, unique motivational strategy was put in place to support the coaches and the players, such as offering the technical crew a 2.5-year contract, the standard agreement NFF had in place with the players that they would share 35% of the qualifying bonus Nigeria will earn by participating at the Qatar 2022 World Cup was also emphasized. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Number 4, the executive committee regretted the death of Dr. Joseph Kabungo, appointed as the FIFA doping officer for the Nigeria-Ghana match. Nigeria-Ghana FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 playoff match in Abuja on 29 March, Tuesday 29 March 2022. Now, I added Tuesday, not for the communique. It reiterated that Dr. Kabungo died as a result of sudden cardiac arrest, as attested to by the autopsy report. And disclosed that his body had been flown to Zambia for final rites, accompanied by his family members who were flown to Nigeria 2 days after the unfortunate incident. He prayed that God grants the soul of Dr. Kabungo eternal rest and for fortitude for his family and the Zambia football family to bear the big loss. The committee equally commended the General Secretary, yes, that's the Dr. Sanusi Mohammed, for diligence and proficiency in handling issues surrounding the tragic development and also with regard to the match organization. After exhaustive deliberation, introspection, and admission, hey, yeah. Plenty grammar. I did this point so. That the outpouring of emotion by the fans and stakeholders over the FIFA World Cup miss was legitimate. The executive committee urged caution and patience. Cherewayo as Murphy Jemba will say, and assured that in tandem with the Ministry of Sports Development, decisive steps will be taken in the next few days to reposition Nigerian football in several areas, including the national teams. It also disclosed that in line with the statutes roadmap, okay, for new elections into the Board General Assembly, AGA, the NFF wants the ex parte injunction suspending the Congress from meeting is vacated. It can be recalled that the AGA to set the roadmap for the next NFF election cycle was statutorily scheduled to hold on 17th of December 2021 in Lagos, but an ex parte court order was served on the NFF from a federal high court in Bayelsa State to stop the meeting. The NFF had since January 2022 approached the court to vacate the order, and the next sitting is scheduled for January 26th April. Scheduled for 26th April 2022. The committee has now proposed June 2022 for the AGA to statutorily set the roadmap for the NFF elective Congress, provided the order is vacated accordingly. Okay, it's not my business. That's your business, man. The executive committee mandated its technical and development subcommittee to, within the next 5 days, make recommendations to the executive committee on coaching crews for the Super Eagles, the Chanting, the under-20 boys, the Flying Eagles, and in the under-17 boys, Golden England, ahead of upcoming assignment. This is to ensure preparations for the next qualifying tournament and championship commence in earnest. Now that's the bone. This number 6 is the bone of our conversation. This is where you all are going to get involved in it. Tell me the coaches you think we should appoint for these various positions. You need to get involved with your country. Don't pretend like you don't want it, and then at the end of the day, when they appoint whoever they want to appoint, then you not feel like, oh, they did what they want to do. I'm not involved. I don't know what they're doing. No, you can't get involved now. Okay, so 7, the committee held the Super Falcons for its qualification for the 12th edition of the Women's African Cup of Nations, taking place in Morocco in the month of July, and promised. Should I go to Morocco for this one? Should I go to Morocco? Seems like I can go to Morocco. What do you think? I should go to Morocco? Well, talking about going to places, those of you who are watching us or listening to our radio in Dubai, and you say we should come, I'm coming to Dubai. I'm not coming alone. I'm coming with Kalajaye, and I'm coming with Emmanuel Sebastian, who's always here on Tuesday. Was here yesterday. We're coming to Dubai to come stay with you guys for 1 week minimum. It could be 15 days, but 1 week minimum. Okay, if we come in and we don't like what we see, we jump on the plane and we're coming back. Okay, flights can be rescheduled. Okay, so we are saying it upfront now. So if you're in Dubai and its environs, okay, and its surrounding areas, you are in the UAE. Let's meet and greet in Dubai. I'm coming to the Burj Khalifa. Yeah, I'm coming around now. I'm coming in that neighborhood. Okay, I'm in the neighborhood of the Burj Khalifa. That's where I'm going to be staying. So if you're there, let's hang out. I'm also going to see some Nigerian footballers that are playing in the Dubai League, are playing football in Dubai, footballers, current footballers, ex-footballers. Let's just have some fun, 3 of us, okay? Let's just have some fun and see how it goes. And if possible, we'll go to Morocco later, or maybe Emmanuel Sebastian alone goes to Morocco. We'll see, or Emmanuel Sebastian and Kalajaye goes to Morocco. We will see how that goes anyway. Okay, talking about that, where did I stop? I stopped at Mogoko. In the month of July, I promised to provide the team ample support for adequate preparation for the championship. Aware that the event also serves as a qualifying tournament for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup finals, the Super Falcons contingent departed Nigeria on Tuesday night to Canada for a 2-match tour that with that country's women national team, and will camp in Morocco for the African Championship. The executive committee also commended the under-20 women national team Falconet for its qualification for this year's FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup taking place in Costa Rica in the month of August, and charged the Under-17 girls Flamingos to go to put in the hard work necessary to win a ticket to this year's FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup taking place in India in the month of October. Those who attended this meeting is Amaju Melvin Pinay, President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Sheyi Akiwumi, First Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation, who joined in via Zoom, Malam Sheudiko, Second Vice President of the NFF, also Chairman of the LMC, Ibrahim Musa Gusau, who is the member of the NFF, Yusuf Ahmed Fresh, member of the NFF, Felix Ayan Siago, the Chairman of VIMBA, and also the member of the NFF and the Executive Committee, Suleiman Yahaya Kwande, member of the NFF Executive Committee, Babagana Khalil, member of the NFF Executive Committee, Sharif Rabiu Inua, also a member, Senator Omin Agba, a member, Ganiyu Maja Kodumi, member, Aisha Falode, member and head of the women's football in Nigeria, Mohammed Khalil, member, Mohammed Sanusi, who's the General Secretary of the Nigerian Football Federation, otherwise known as the GS. Okay, those are the people that we'll talk about. But number 6 is actually my focus. So let's talk about coaches. Okay, let's talk about coaches. We need coaches for the Super Eagles, the Chan Eagles. We need coaches for the under-20, the under-23, and the under-17s. Now it's up to you. Make a suggestion. Who do you know? Who do you think should be coached? Now, straight up the house, straight up my car, the under-17, I think should be given to Coach Olumide of Rema Stars. Yes, Rema Stars youth team. That they have a youth team that's doing well. The team that went to Italy to go and play in the Viraggio Cup was coached by Coach Olumide and another coach. What's his name again? Coach Samankwe. Yeah, those guys. The Coach Olumide in particular. Coach Olumide in particular should be given that job and maybe given the freedom to select his assistants. But unfortunately, Nigeria does not work like that. And that's the bane of our country. Coaches will be selected based on region so that we satisfy all of the quotas. And it doesn't matter whether they are meant to work together, whether they are coming together really fit the agenda, the methodology, the thinking, the philosophy of the coach. So you get a bunch of people together who actually do things together, but then you expect them to work. Well, this is up to you. Put in your conversation. Let's see. Okay, somebody sends a message, even though he didn't put his name. He said, good morning, SA. Whether Kevin De Bruyne wins 10 Champions League doesn't make him the greatest Man City player ahead of the almighty Sergio Kun Aguero. If he wins 1 Champions League, just 1, If he wins one Champions League, Oga, your opinion, it will be like shit. With enough flush, nobody wants to sell. Just winning one Champions League. Nobody gave talk about Kunagüero. That Kunagüero that you're talking about, nobody would even remember what I played for Man City. I'm just telling you straight up. So you know. But your opinion right now is stand because he never win. The day he wins the Champions League, don't forget, Man City have never won the Champions League. So it changes everything. And thank you very much for correcting me. The name is actually Coach Ibe Johnson. Ibe Johnson and Coach Olumide. Why am I forgetting his other name? I'm supposed to know him. I've had him as my friend for a very long time. But Coach Olumide, you know the guy I'm talking about. He was in the studio some years ago when we just started. And we said 2018, when we interviewed him on the EM show. Remember the EM show? My first flagship show on this station. Right. Richard Utuaja is saying, bros, it's nice to be here again. I believe your analysis. Please, Dembele should leave if he wants to. Barca signed him for a very huge amount of money, of which he hasn't lived up to due to injuries, and now he wants an improved contract. Okay, it should be shown the exit door. Well, that's exactly what he's supposed to ask for. As a football player, he didn't force Barcelona to sign him with the amount of money that they used to sign him. And that amount, a huge sum, something huge that Barcelona used to sign him, didn't go to him. He went to Borussia Dortmund. So try and understand that. And then the salary you have, let's be very honest, and let's be fair in our dealings with our fellow human beings. I know that you're a fan of Barcelona and you love your Barcelona, and nothing is going to change that, which is very, very good. But think about it. I'm playing for you. I signed a contract. Now you want to renew. I am at a position to negotiate and say, yes, so this is what you paid me last time. You have to put it on top. Now, I can understand your sentiment saying, but Barcelona are having financial crisis. The guy should understand. Yes, I agree. They've all also paid the price by taking a lot of pay cuts. So if he's demanding, knowing fully whether he can go somewhere else and earn more, then if he's demanding that, you should respect it. The question, if you say, okay, because it's injury prone, we don't want him anymore, fine. That's a good one. But I think that all of a sudden his fan form is bringing in the crosses, he's helping the team. The devil, is better. I think that the angel, you don't know. That's what people say, but I don't believe in that principle anyway. I don't believe in that truth. I do believe that if I know a devil and there's an angel out there, I'm going out there to go and look for the angel. I don't tell those devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. All those are lazy old people's parable that people who stay in one place who comfort zone people. If there's an angel out there, hello, devil, get out of my way. I'm going to look for that angel. But I don't think it is wrong for Dembele to ask for an upgrade to his contract. It is the right thing to do. So the process of contract negotiation, it is up to Barcelona to say we can pay or we cannot pay and negotiate and give him reason why he should stay. Then include some bonuses to his contract and to say if you score XYZ number of goals, we'll pay you this lump sum. If you win so and so award, we'll pay you this lump sum. If you win this tournament, we'll pay you this lump sum. That's incentive based, that's motivational based. Pluses. If Barcelona are not willing to put those ones to, it means that they don't want him. Just like I said about Messi. From the get-go, Juan Laporta did not want to renew the contract of Lionel Messi, but he didn't know how to say it, to put it in a way where the stadium will not be burned by the fans. So he came up with that gimmick, which was very, very good as well. I think that there was something beautiful about that he did, and I respect him for that. But quote me on this, I will say it over and over and over and over again. Barcelona, once Laporta won that election, it was clear that one man that must go for Barcelona to move forward was Lionel Messi, and he did very well. So if that's the same thing they're doing with Dembele, I think it's a good one. But the team right now, they can't do wrong. They can't do wrong. From 9th position now, they're in 2nd. They're even, I'm hearing people making a conversation that they're even in the title race. Wow. His Royal Highness Owoye Oyeridio Mobile said, good morning there. Say good morning to you. What happened, Brian Winston, UEFA Champions? Okay, so I guess you're the one who sent that message there as well. That your opinion are respected, but wait till he wins it, you would understand. Again, what's wrong with Mo Salah lately? I'm worried because he's been my FPL captain. And then they change the captain for like forever. And then they change the captain. Go and change your captain. Go and look for other players that are scoring in lesser team and put them as your captain or triple captain them. But Mo Salah, the funny thing is, if you want to have a captain right now, the place you should go get your captain should be Spurs. They are the most informed team right now, and they're doing well. So that's the place to go get your captain. If goalkeepers keeping clean sheet is also a plus. I don't know how to play FPL, so I don't get involved. I think FPL is such a funny arrangement that sometimes it just gets you out. Big Sammy _ OG say, who should the Nigerian Football Federation hire to be coach of the home base Super Eagles? Chan Eagles Okay. Fidelis Electrical Plate United. Finidi George Eyimba. Benga Ogumbote. Rangers. None of the above. None of the above. Maybe Benga Ogumbote, but Finidi George, nah, not coaching experience. Fidelis Electrical is having a good time with Plate United. He should enjoy it and hopefully lead them to winning the title. That's my take anyway, but somebody else can give. But for me, none of the above. Okay. Victor Malalu, you say Olumide for under 17, Kennedy Boboye or Ilichuku for under 20. Amunike for Super. Did you just have any for Super Eagles? Just got sacked. You just got fired for the national team and you want to bring him back. What's the problem here? Stop it. Thank you for the analysis on Dembele. Thank you very much. And let me go to my family. Yeah, YouTube. You guys are not my enemies, so I'm just saying these guys on YouTube, they're the guys. But today they choose the rain. The rain that is falling in Nigeria is affecting all of them. Blessing Obige. He said, "Good morning, Nedafi. Good morning to you." And then let's see what other comments that any other person have. Let me say this one. This one is from Matthew in Ikoto. He said, "Good morning, Mr. Elebate. Elebate should be given an improved contract now that he looks like he's injury free." I don't understand. Injury free, and is also in fine form. I think he's talking about Dembele. Okay. The problem now is if he is going to continue in this fine form after he might have been given an improved contract. Matthew from Ikotu. So let me say something about certain players over time that I have noticed. Lacazette, Jack Wilshere, Aaron Ramsey, most especially, Gareth Bale, Dembele. Quite a few of these players, the king of them all, Theo Walcott. These are contract players. When I say contract players, they are only informed in the final year of their contract. When you are trying, they are running out their contract, they will give you this type of performance that make you feel like, whoa, this guy, we need to renew their contract, we need to keep them in the team, we can't let them go. Just renew the contract and they go back to being, they go from crocodile to war gecko instantly. They become very, very useless, and that's annoying. That's very, very annoying. But hey, football is football. Anyhow, it's business, sorry. Anyhow that you make it work for you, you should keep it to yourself and keep it going. This one is coming from Sandra from Abuja. Hi, Edafe, good morning. I was nice seeing you in Abuja, even though you didn't see me, but I saw you all on match day on the ground floor. I was upstairs, but I knew it was you because I've seen your videos and your pictures and watched you live. Thank you. There's something worrying and saddening that I want you to address. And it's about your position on the Super Eagles coaches. You seem to support every coach that they bring to the national team. And I think that for a person that I regard as a very, very objective analyst, that beclouds your judgment about the coaches all the time. But even though you still try as much as possible to analyze them like you did yesterday, I enjoyed it. But I think that if you don't like a coach that is being hired, you should be able to see from the get-go that you don't like the coach. Supporting every coach also makes us feel like you are culpable, just like the NFF and every other person. I don't mean to disrespect you, but I think this part is a part that would reduce the respect that people have for you. You have to address it. Okay, let me address it. Address it to who now? To whom it may concern. I was trained in Hamburg when I went to go learn this thing called football analysis. Every time I say I learn this thing, people always laugh like, oh, then they go school, go learn analysis. Some people don't learn it. Some people have it naturally. Some people, sports journalism is like pastor work in Nigeria. I'm one of those people who believe that there is no pastor in Nigeria that God called. Okay? When people fail in their exams or they can't get a job after graduating from school, they get the call of God. God just called them. Have you noticed that? If you've not noticed that, observe properly. And when some people were working before and all of a sudden work is no longer there, they lose their job, God called them. God always call people, and then they start their preaching by when God wants to call you, He will humble you, will close all doors. And lie, God not call anybody. I just say hustle, no they pay again. Also, no they pay again, so God will just call them. Now let's move on. It's the same thing with sport journalism. It's actually I don't think there's anybody who went to school to go and study to become a sport journalist. Opportunities are not there. What you study to do is not there, and you realize, oh, I can talk sports, so, and then we become sports analysts. But from the very beginning, I've always said this, that when it comes to the Super Eagles of Nigeria, I will always be biased. And it's not like I'm hiding it or I'm trying to pretend about it. I'm a fan of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and I will stay being a fan. That's my primary position. Every other thing that comes after being a fan of the Super Eagles is secondary. Now, having said that, I try as much as possible to be as objective with the national team as I can. I came into this industry in 2004, August 12th, and between that time and now, we've had different type of coaches. And in all stand from Amadou Shaibu, Las Lagaba, Betty Vogue, Onigide, just to name a few, Stephen Kesha and the rest of them. I've always tried to make you understand that you cannot give a position about a coach from the beginning. The coach needs to be able to start the work, and you see what they're doing. And this is what I do when I analyze coaches. First off, what is the timeline that they have? What's the materials that they are working with? And what's the resource that is available to them? So let me kick in with a few. Knowing the conditions that people face doing their job helps you to show them empathy, sympathy, and understanding, because you know what they are going through on the job, right? It makes you not to say you expect Iguain to do what Pep Guardiola does, when Iguain does not have 0.001% of what is available to Pep Guardiola in terms of human resources, talent, and even financial resources. So judging the two of them is like saying that the coach Frank, that is at what's the name, the coach of Brentford, should do exactly what Pep Guardiola or Jurgen Klopp are doing. It's obviously not going to be possible. So that's one of the things that I look at, and that's also one of the reasons why I hate it when people compare any current coach with Clement Westerhoff. The reason is Clement Westerhoff had like time on his hand. Okay, he had a whole lot, and he was coaching Nigeria at the time when our league was top league. Our league was so good that you could move straight from Nigerian league and go and displace a player in a European club in their own country. But that's not possible right now. And it is actually easier for a player to move from a lower, like a grassroots team, to go play in Europe and go straight to the first team than to move from Nigerian club side, professional football league, to go play in Europe in some of the backwater league. They will still be on the bench. They will still take some time to settle it. So the times are different. The opportunities are different. The support base are different. And then the economy is also different. Before now, in the 90s, the players play for the national team because it's the only way out. Some of them who were playing in the national team have not even entered a plane before. To go to the national camp is the first time to enter a plane. To go to the national camp is the first time for them to see dollars. To go to the national camp is the first time to travel out of this country. So it was a big deal for them. It was all or nothing. But the current generation of footballers that we have are some of the richest sportsmen we've ever put together in the history of this country. When we talk about Nigerian sportsmen and money, this is like the most economic, viable bunch of players Nigeria has ever had. And the funny thing is, you will never hear any analyst out there talk about, put this into consideration. But we forget. Go into your normal everyday life. Look at your friends that you went to school with when you were in primary school and then in secondary school, and for those of you who went to universities, and those who went from universities to go do masters, and from masters to go and do that stupid degree that Nigerians like to do called PhD. What set of people to have a PhD are Nigerians, because PhD in Nigeria is as useless as tissue paper wet in front of public toilet in Nigeria. But all of those friends that you make, you notice that once the ladder changes, once somebody who used to be your friend, who used to come hang out with you, goes from earning the same salary with you to earning maybe 2 times your salary, the relationship changes. So we must also put all that into the equation. And people say, oh, they are professionals, they must be able. No. So when I put all that conditions in place, I now judge the coaches differently. So I'm not going to judge the Nigerian national team the same way I would judge the England national team, or the same way I would judge the German national team, or the coach of Belgium, Holland, or Italy, and the rest of them. So having said that, I am meant to support my national team because I know that I'm in a very, very crucial position. The things that I say matters a lot. I'm an opinion shaper, an opinion mover, an opinion changer. I don't need anybody to tell me I know that already. If I come out on my show and I tell you that a player is not good, chances are that player is not good. You can argue from now to tomorrow. Eventually, you will come back. It has happened times without numbers. It's not. I'm not practicing it. I'm not learning it anymore. When I told you guys that Moses Simon was not good enough for the national team, you guys almost fight me. Like if people could punch me through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and on the road, and just as some people on social media will tell me, if I catch you, I'll beat you. When they meet me, they're like, oh, this guy, no, I can't go fight this guy. Because obviously you know that if you throw me one punch, I'll throw you 10. I will never be a big man. So when you see me, my look already tell you, oh, this one a Chris. Oh, okay, so I stay away. So I would always support the national team. I'm sorry. I would always support the national team. I always support the coaches of the national team. When their decisions begin to go wrong, and let me explain to you, because the crowd are saying something is wrong does not necessarily mean it's wrong, especially the Nigerian crowd. But historically, majority is not always right. Majority say crucify Jesus and give us Barnabas. Forget what the Bible tells you, that Jesus came to die on the cross for our sin. Our sins could have been taken away without Jesus dying. That's another conversation we will have when all of us make it to heaven, because I just believe that everybody will go to heaven, because it's not our fault that we're here. But that's a conversation for another day. I'm not trying to confuse your theology or your religion, but let's leave that for another day. Another thing you should look at is the fact that a coach decides to invite a player. The player has not come to play. He has not failed. If I start criticizing that player, what is the basis of my criticism of the player? Because first off, whoever player that the coach invites already meets the criteria for invitation. What's the criteria to invite a player to a national team? Just be a citizen of that country. That's all you need. Eguavo or any coach of the national team can actually be driving on the street and see boys playing football on the roadside and see a player that he likes and say, you know what, I'm going to invite you to the national team. Nobody have the right to say that player should not be invited to the national team. Now, to have an opinion about that player, who is he, where is he coming from? But nobody have the right to say that player should not be invited. You know why? For as long as that person is a footballer, what are the requirements to be in a team? There are basic requirements, the basic. And once you meet the basic, you are okay. Because don't forget that in Nigeria, we raise the standard for footballers very high, but then we drop the standard for a president very, very low. This is a country where the president of the country probably you can contest presidency with the Ligue and just get a professor who comes out in public and lie or say, where, and we're fine. Okay, who tell us that trader money would revamp the economy and we're good. Okay, so you can't raise the standard for coaches or footballers and drop the standard for your president. That kind of judgment does not relate well for me. So until the players invited comes in, they play. And I look at the game that the players, okay, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this, but you didn't do it. And the lack in these things that you didn't do is because of coaching deficiency. That's when my argument against the coach will start. But if the lack also is because of the lack of motivation by the players, or the players refusing to apply themselves, or the players, not realizing how important the game that they are playing is to them, and they don't rise to the occasion, I still wouldn't blame the coaches. So that's my grant for doing that. In supporting or going against coaches, nobody would ever be right and nobody would ever be wrong. Let me take it to Europe. I think that the two greatest coaches of this era still is Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho. Then you throw up Jurgen Klopp in that mix. Now, some people will say, what of Thomas Tuchel? It's going to come in. I don't know when, but it's going to come in. Now, on those three, there are some people who think that they are. When Nigeria lost the game against the World Cup ticket against Ghana, and we're driving to our respective hotel, I was in the vehicle with one respected journalist, and one idiot of a journalist as well, who lives in America. And we're all driving, and another guy, we're all driving. And we talked about coaches and their tactics, and we centered on the Guava. And the day before, when we're coming to training, we're in the same vehicle, and they said, oh, the problem we have with the Guava is so rigid, it doesn't change. Guava not changed in this game. And I bet you everybody was surprised. People didn't believe that he could drop Moses Simon, he could drop Kelechi Iheanacho, and the rest of the players that he dropped, Saïdou Sanusi and the rest of the players that he dropped, and changed the team. He not changed the team, we still got the score drop, we didn't qualify. And so they were not talking about Guava, I just chipped in, I just chimed in this, I said, but you guys said that the coach should change, and he obeyed your instruction. He actually did what you said he should do. Because these are the players you were suggesting. If he had played him and Dennis from the start in Ghana, if he had played Lukman, the crosses would have been better. This one would be what I want. If he had played Kylian Mbappe, instead of that, I said he played all the players you wanted him to play in a system you wanted him to play. What did he do right? And they brought in the argument of, he should have brought in creativity through Amao. And I said, as Amao played games that he lost, yes. What happened to the creativity on that? What if this happened to be the day where that happens? And long and short of it is, I concluded by saying, we all as journalists will have our opinions, but sometimes we also should also raise our hand up when we're wrong. We're always right when we give our opinions about these coaches, but we never admit that when the opinion we give is followed by the coach and the coach is wrong, again, we come back again and try to criticize the same opinion that we gave that we asked the coach to follow. So that's why it is going to be difficult. And then working for Nigeria as a coach is a very complicated job. Okay, I have a very good relationship with Ghana. Even I've not met him one-on-one. I will do that soon. And I've also, built a relationship with the Guavon, Sondolise, and the rest of them. And I've noticed that historically in Nigeria, if you know one, remind me, there's not a coach that we have loved while he was on the job. Historically, from Westerhoff to date, there's not a Nigerian coach that we have loved while he was on the job. So, if this is a pattern that we have created by ourselves, then the problem is us, not necessarily the coaches. Because every coach that comes to Nigeria faces the same problem. Two of these coaches that I'm saying won the Nations Cup. Don't forget. One of them won the Olympics. Don't forget. Another one took us to the finals of the Nations Cup in 2000. All of them. Do you know that every coach in Nigeria, there's not a single coach in Nigeria that have coached us, and like Avirera did with Zambia, where he won the Nations Cup and another country took it. There's not a coach that have been taken from us directly. We've all fired them. They've all run away. We've all frustrated them out. So the problem is actually us, not really necessarily the coaches that are coming. We should look at that side of the conversation as well. Sam Vicky said Amonike let himself down when he rejected to deputize for Raw. If he had accepted offer then, he would have escaped, stepped in after Raw left, but he preferred to work with Iguavon, which nobody could see is. Clement Messaf did not deal with NFA then, but always walked straight to Ikomu, the vice president. So he had massive support. Our local league was better then. The likes of Amokachi, Jato, Finidi, and co walked straight to Europe. I guess that's what you want to say. He also worked with the NFF, whether we like it or not. Yes, he had access to the vice president, Augustus Ikomu, no doubt about that, but he worked with the NFF because the NFF was seeing some players. But then, don't forget that 1989 to 1994, Nigerians we're still doing it now, but we're better now. Nigerians were still cowing to white people. Once your skin is white, you are the symbol of God, angel, and everything right. So it was different. Now Nigerians have traveled a lot. Nigerians are exposed. Nigerians have seen money more. Things are different. And the timeline, Kamosa could call a camp for 3 months. You can't do it. Iguavon can't do it now. He can't. Even with the local players, he can't. I'm calling Amba players to come and stay camp for 3 months. People used to lobby for their players to come to national team. Now that's not going to happen. It's changed. It's a different thing. So you put all that into perspective when you judge these coaches. Victor Malalu said, Amonike let himself down when he rejected. Okay, the same. You people are the same. Okay, different names in different platform and the same. Well, you guys are all right with the contribution you made. Okay, but now I'm asking, who would you suggest that the coaches, the NFF employ as the coach of the Super Eagles? It's very, very important. We cannot just talk about the problem without also putting in perspective. I've got just like 3 more minutes to the end of my show. Who do you suggest that the NFF should employ? Blessing Okwige said, Edafe, why don't you wear a Nigerian club jersey? Why Everton jersey? We should promote our own instead of foreign teams. And I'm sure in your wardrobe, you don't have a single Nigerian club jersey where you are. For 4 years, I've been trying to buy Enugu Ranger jersey. I can't get it to buy. And this is as high as the chairman, the secretary, media officer. I can't get it to buy. These jerseys, I buy them with my money. Nobody did ask me. If I want to buy your jersey and I can't buy it, then it's your problem. It's not my problem. This is my show. Eimba Plateau United, all these clubs should have their jerseys available to buy. If I want to buy the jersey of Cleveland, LA Lakers, I will buy. Even if I don't want to buy in Nigeria, I want to buy from their shop, I'll buy directly from their shop. The question is, share a link here where I can buy any of this club jersey. I don't do eye service. I'm not going to go carry back for one club chairman and beg them jerseys. I don't do that. So if those jerseys are not available, hey, am I going to come on the show naked because I want to promote Nigeria? And then let's talk about promoting Nigeria. I don't need to wear Nigerian League jersey, Nigerian League club jersey to promote Nigeria. I played in the league. Remember, when we talk about promoting Nigerian football, and I take this very, very personal. I remember when you people used to shut me down. I should shut up and stop talking about Nigerian League when you want to listen to European League. When I was in Brilliant FM, I remember very well. Have you forgotten? When I was doing 1 hour of a show for Nigerian League, and then I increased it to 2 hours, you people almost cut my neck off back in the day. So don't talk to me about Nigerian League, where even right now in the league, I still pay people salary to go cover the league, to go do coverage of the league. Talking about supporting Nigeria, do you know that when I did the Iguavar video, the film room, when I produced the film room, people said I was paid to do PR for a local coach. So don't bring that blackmailing or promoting Nigerian League. It's business. A business should be sold, should be marketed to the people. I'm a fan. If you want me to be part of it, you market your game to me. I'm not going to go beg you and say, oh, please give me your jersey, and then one club chairman will hang out the jerseys in the house. No, I don't think that. You have an insurance jersey, good for you. That's fine. Did you buy it, or you know somebody that gave it to you? Did you buy? If you buy it, share the link so I can buy Benin insurance jersey. You're having Benin insurance jersey is probably because you have long leg. If to have a common club jersey, I need to have long leg, then it's useless. I don't do that. I don't carry bags of people. I don't play nice to people. That's why I've hung out with the Super Eagles for I was in Cameroon, I was in Abuja. Check my social status. You won't see me taking selfie with them. It's not like I hate them or I'm against them, but I'm just telling you. Even when the players give me their jersey, I don't wear it. I like to wear the things that I buy because I don't want to be walking on the road and say, I mean, if not be me, not go wear clothes too. Because people are very quick to say things. And then if you see a player's name on my back, oh, you don't collect money from that one. That's the way we reason in this part of the world. So if I want to have a jersey, first off, let me tell you this. 2004, 2005, I was the first person to sell Enyimba jersey across Nigeria. When I went to IRC to tell him that I want to sell Enyimba jersey, and I was buying in pack. The pack is 16 jerseys. Every pack that they bring, Joma bring was 16. I pay up front. I was buying it 10,000 naira at the time, and then I sell each one 1,000 naira to get the whole 16 out. I buy for 10,000, I sell for 16,000. And if you want me to send it to you out of the state, some of the people that different people, lawyers, doctors, some of the people that have their jerseys in their wardrobe till today. But guess what? Anybody stopped providing those jerseys. I went to England to get what's it called, Umbro, to come and kit Enyimba. And they told Enyimba that the only condition upon which they will kit Enyimba is if Enyimba can guarantee that they will sell 5,000 jersey in a season. 5,000. 5,000 is the number of people that will fill the stadium once for one single game, right? Enyimba could not guarantee that. That's before Al-Ali went to go and kit. Before Umbro went to go and kit Al-Ali. I'm just giving you an example. I'm just giving you very, very clear, simple example. So don't bring up that argument of supporting Nigeria. You support what is supportable. What is not supportable, you can't do it. I'm still the one. I've been trying to do a story on Enyimba's back-to-back Champions League win for God knows how long. I've been pursuing that. Not like I want it for free. I want to pay to do it, to do that story. Who supports more than that? For 2 seasons, I tried to be among the people that will broadcast the Nigerian League. With my own equipment, my own facilities, my own crew. Nobody responded to me, so don't bring that conversation anywhere near close to where I'm having a conversation. Favor Ozoje, say I suggest Michael Emelala for technical director. Okay, Amoto Adepoju for Super Eagles. Is he a coach? I suggest somebody who doesn't have a coaching badge. Is he a coach? Where has he been coaching? You people want somebody who can coach. You're bringing somebody, you're suggesting somebody who's never coached, who doesn't have a pedigree for Super Eagles, not even for under 17 or for roadside team. You want somebody to come coach Super Eagles that have not coached before. Huh? I'm gonna come back for this my suggestion too now. I'm gonna fear God now. Sure. Or Uche Okechukwu is not a coach, he's a farmer. He's doing farming business in Aba and he's doing very well. To be part of the management team of the Super Eagles, I just call these people because I like their name, or it's the name that comes off your head. Give me a record of people that are doing a job. Okay, so let me give you a very good example. There is a Lumide who is coaching Remo Stars under 17. He's trained in England. He's got a coaching badge, a UEFA coaching badge, and I think he's for the national under 17. There is a Nigerian coach somewhere in Switzerland. I forgot his name is Adeyemi Antony Adediji. Okay, he's currently coaching FC Gossau in Switzerland. You can check them. Gossau is spelled Gossau. You can check them out. I think he's also doing a great job. The team of coaches that Ghana selected are coaches that are backroom staff, but they are active. So those are things that we should check. Some other people are giving me suggestions here. Hey, my darling, my favorite colleague that I work with in Brilla. Sisi Amoride, how you doing? I have final suggestions here. 5,000 should be easy to sell. Laimer could not even talk about 5,000. Let me give you guys another story. Academy Warriors during the partnership between La Liga and the LFC. La Liga said that because they were playing in a war-torn area, they have, I think, they wanted to give them a charity fund of 375,000 euros. I can't get the exact number now, but around that number. That they will give them that money. That Academy Warriors, this was 2015, right? The Academy Warriors should go and bring their CAC document. It doesn't take 1 month to get CAC document. Till today, Academy Warriors have not collected that money because they couldn't provide CAC documents. Academy Warriors of Maiduguri, then they were playing in Premier League, they've been relegated since. That's the people you want me to market to support. Joseph Okiche, he said it's not about recommending someone. Will Nigerians be patient? That's another part of the conversation. Big Sammy _OG, he said Nigerian NFF President Makere Milalo, really? Okay. Technical and Grassroots Director Sheyi Olofinjana. Which one is Grassroots Director again? Coach Eddie Newton, Assistant Coach Sondo Lise, like Sondo Lise that you know will take Assistant Coach. Now, where's it? Assistant coach again, Undubisegbo, okay. Goalkeeper trainer, Carl Keme. Does he have a coaching badge? Does he have a coaching badge? Because I'm assuming that as you're making the suggestion, it's a representation of who you are as a people. Like, okay, this represents who you are. If you were in charge of the NFF, these are going to be your decision. Is this how Nigerian football will run if you were in charge of it? Always think about that. Yemi Darama say, hello, sir. Questions. What is the fate of the Super Eagles in terms of who will take over? 2, Amaju Pinnick running for another term at the NFF, and will it affect his FIFA appointment if he leaves? It definitely will affect it. The way Nigeria works, anybody that comes in, if he's not favorably disposed to Amaju, will work against Amaju and get him out, because that person is exactly what Galadima did to, one thing we are very good at, one thing we are professorial at is sabotaging ourselves. So Amaju can actually be in FIFA and not be disturbed, and somebody else come and become the NFF president. But Nigeria, knowing Nigeria the way we know Nigeria, the next person that will come in will not focus on NFF duties or focus on running the NFF. What he will want to achieve is, I want to supersede Amaju. I want to become the next FIFA. I want to take that position. That's a key. And Akiri Irami said the Academy Warrior story is very funny. God will help us all. Why do you think individuals like you can't do to help football using your capacity? I'm doing the thing that I can do already. I helped Nigeria win bronze medal in 2016 at the Olympics. Did they not tell you the story? In Nigeria, we always think that you have to be in the front line. You have to be the person that is your name is hailing. That's what we do in Nigeria. I don't have to be that guy. I've been playing my part since forever. The truth is, if we really want to win and be successful in football, there should be more people who wants to be backbenchers, who would willingly work. You know that these current Super Eagles, they were people, ex-footballers, ex-administrators who were fasting and praying. I'm not saying it works, but who were fasting and praying and doing juju so that they don't qualify for the World Cup and also fail at the Nations Cup. This is not like I heard rumor. This is fact. But people who were going to do like fasting and prayer that they must fail, the team must not qualify. They got qualified and they can't carry shoulder for us. A lot of people like that. Some people like, they should fail because you know that Amaju's greatest sin is that he's not sharing money to people. Amaju's greatest offense since he's become the NFL president. And this is not me holding brief for. These are facts that I have. And if you put your ear to the ground here, he's not setting up ambiguous committees to share money. That one is his first offense. So we must devoid ourselves of that and think about the careers of the people that are playing the ball and see how it goes. Unfortunately, now the questions and everything is coming up, but the time is up, and I've got to run because I have a class to teach. I have my student waiting for me. I can't keep them waiting, and traffic I read before I get to school. I also have a guest, MCRB, that I invited. I want to be there. Would be there for 11 o'clock. So I gotta go now. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being with me. Unfortunately, we can't have Peter One today, as well as the grassroots update, as we are all leaving the studio. God bless you. Thanks. Let's do this again tomorrow. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow. But when you're thinking of suggesting coaches, also think of their pedigree. Do you want to put somebody in the Super Eagles who's never done coaching before, who doesn't have a coaching badge, who's never even proven themselves? Super Eagles is supposed to be like the highest team in the land. We can't be doing trial by error with coaches again from all of the mistakes that we made from where we're coming from. I think it doesn't make sense. That's my opinion. But if it's a suggestion, it's a suggestion. It shows the kind of leadership that you give us if you're in charge. Well, this one came from Timothy Demo. Say, good morning, Elegote. Sir, I have been enjoying the show in this cold weather. It is with me. Honestly, no idea of a coach is coming to my head. And maybe if we can get the money to sign Averena is not coming, or Pizzo Messimane. But my issue with Messimane is that he hasn't really done well as a national team coach. Thank you very much. God bless you. And to every one of you out there, God bless you and have a wonderful day. If you're in Dubai, get ready. We're coming in May, 5th of May, to be very, very excited. We'll be in Dubai, and then we'll hang out together. If you want to join, if you want to hang out with us, please send us a message, DM or whatever, and we'll start making arrangements and creating space for you. God bless you and have yourself a wonderful day. My name is Idafi Matthew. So I know you love to come in because I want to sports. It's been wonderful on the Sports Buffet today. Bye-bye.